And to those that look down on tradies, honestly, shame on you. Shame on you, because tradies, they're the ones that build your houses. They're the ones that cut your hair, cut your kids' hair. They're the ones that do the concreting. They're the ones that do all the work where people get their hands dirty for the ones that don't want that. So shame on you for looking down on them.
Call member for Hunter.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I move the motion relating to prioritising trade apprentices in the terms in which it appears on the notice paper.
Call member for Hunter.
Speaker, I want to highlight this government's strong commitment to its apprentices. Right now, it's a great time to start an apprenticeship in Australia. Sparkies, plumbers, chippies, mechanics, landscapers, painters, brickies, boilies and fitters, and so many more other workers that keep our economy booming are all vital trades that begin with an apprenticeship. When we came into government 3 years ago, Australia was facing a severe skills shortage. This shortage spanned numerous trades and industries, holding our economy back and limiting growth opportunities for business sector across Australia. When I speak to businesses in the Hunter, they tell me that the lack of skilled workers is stifling their ability to expand. Whether it's mining, viticulture or manufacturing, businesses are struggling to find the workers they desperately need. We listen to what businesses are telling us, and that's why addressing the skills shortage has been one of our highest priorities. We knew it wouldn't be an overnight fix. Instead, we've made a long-term investment in growing our skilled workforce by opening up pathways to education and training and making apprenticeships more attractive. Through long-term investment, we are steadily closing the skills gap. We've rebuilt the TAFE system and provided apprentices with the support they need to succeed. We had to rebuild the TAFE system because those opposite unfortunately left TAFE in ruins. They gutted funding, leaving the system on its knees. Is it any wonder that these reckless cuts led to a skills shortage? Without a strong TAFE system, how can we train the workers our economy needs? Those opposite like to think they understand the economy better, but their actions tell a different story. By slashing TAFE funding and making apprenticeships harder to complete, they discourage people from entering the trades, making the skills crisis even worse. We've still got a long way to go, but this government is committed to ending the skills shortage by supporting apprentices at every stage. Recently, we have just announced even more initiatives to further support apprentices. We are providing up to $10,000 per incentive payments, in incentive payments for apprentices to keep in key residential construction trades. We have also increased the allowance for apprentices living away from home, the first increase in over 20 years. But Speaker, those opposite have shown their true colours and have said these investments are wasteful spending. Their flawed logic suggests that cutting TAFE funding and slashing apprenticeship support skilled workers somehow would just appear. And when they did make cuts, they didn't reinvest that saving. Instead, they handed millions of taxpayers' dollars to their big business mates, $72 million to McDonald's, $1.6 million to a single Domino's franchisee who later was banned from employing apprentices for failing to meet training obligations. And although I do love a good burger, Speaker, I don't think the previous government should have wasted $28 million in taxpayers' money on the grilled burger chain. That money should have been spent directly on supporting apprentices as they gain the skills to help power our economy. The fact is that the opposition makes life harder for apprentices because they look down on people who don't have a university degree. I've had coalition supporters tell me that I'm not educated, but they mock me for dropping out of school. But Speaker, I'm proud that I went to TAFE. I'm proud that I chose a job where I could work with my hands. It takes all type of workers to build a strong, advanced economy like the one that we have here in Australia. All Australian workers deserve respect and should be supported in pursuing the career of their dreams. Just last week I spoke with Jackson, who's a young chippy from the Hunter. He told me that without the government's support, he wouldn't have been able to afford the tools and training he needed to complete his apprenticeship. Thanks to our investment in TAFE and apprenticeship incentives, Jackson is now on track to becoming a fully qualified carpenter, helping to build the homes and infrastructure in our community. Completing an apprenticeship is more than just learning technical skills. It's about developing confidence, building connections, and preparing for a successful career. That's why TAFE is so important. It gives apprentices the opportunity to learn from experienced professionals and gain valuable insights that will help set them up for long-term success. I'm proud to stand here as a member of the government that values and respects apprentices, government that is making their life easier, not harder. We are building the workforce Australia needs to end the skills shortage and to make our country the best place it can be. And to those that look down on tradies, honestly, shame on you. Shame on you, because tradies, they're the ones that build your houses. They're the ones that cut your hair, cut your kids' hair. They're the ones that do the concreting. They're the ones that do all the work where people get their hands dirty for the ones that don't want that. So shame on you for looking down on them.
The question